I hate long intros, you hate long intros. Let's just get straight into the video. Change your tempo to 140 BPM. It's usually 150 BPM nowadays for melodic dubstep, but Faux Tales uses 140 BPM for a more epic and cinematic feel. Now let's talk about drums. For the drums, you just want your generic dubstep drums, you know, your kick, and your snare, and your hi-hats. Also, there's this thing that Faux Tales really likes doing with his kicks. It's like doing the tuk 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 thing with his kicks, like this. And for every half a bar, you would like to just keep it like empty, silent for a while. So just kick, snare, and then kick, kick, snare, and then kick. He likes to make his drops land on the snare instead of the kick a lot of times. Especially in Beacon. You can hear it now. Also, you can add some white noise splashes like this. It can really help add some energy to the drums. Next, we have the crashes. You wanna add a lot of reverse crashes. Next, you add another crash for more impact. Next, you want to add this reverb, like drown sort of clap thing that makes your impacts really more impactful, I guess. Also, for the second half of the drop, you want to add these epic dubstep toms and acoustic snares as well. That's it for drums. Now for super saws. Now for your super saws, they're just simple super saws, like your old generic super saws. Faux Tales mentioned with this interview with Multiplier that his saws were just a basic patch like this. But it's the other layers that add up to his super saws that make it a lot more full sounding. For example, he likes to slow down the super saws like this. Like he would stretch it like really long, and then it would become really like weird sounding like this. But it makes a great layer. It layers well with the normal supersaw sounds. You can also add an ARP to the supersaws as well. To make it even more full. Then you can add this sort of thing. This is basically a drone that plays only one note throughout the entire track. It's like some airy pad, and it works well with the supersaw stacks as well. The patch for this is basically just a choir and white noise and just a single supersaw. And now, the most important part if you want to sound like Faux Tales. You basically want to add an electric guitar. A tremolo electric guitar basically. It's like this. You have to add reverb on it. Also, I added another layer of the electric guitar. Basically, I just put the electric guitar in Edison and I blurred it. So that on top of this sounds like this with reverb. And together, all the supersaw layers would sound like this. Okay, that's it for the supersaws. Now for the bass, you want a sawy, gritty bass like this. And then, of course, never ever forget the sub bass. Also, there's this one last thing I did with the bass. It's basically adding like some sort of double bass to the bass, and it sounds really nice and full sounding. And that's it for the bass. Now the piano is usually very evident in Faux Tales drops. For example, in Ascent, in Beacon, in Atlas. Basically, you get the idea. He likes to use the piano in his drops. So, just add a piano melody. That's it for the piano. Now for Faux Tales sidechain, you basically just want this sort of sidechain. Like a long sidechain, but it's like not too deep as well. So it goes like, and then I also added another sidechain specifically for the sub bass, because this type of sidechaining is kind of risky with the triplet T kicks kind of thing like that. Now the in-betweens. And you might be wondering, what do I mean by the in-betweens? Basically, I think I call them that, but basically the in-betweens are like these things that happen during the silent part. So these in-betweens, I guess. Now for this sound effect, it's basically just the impact here, just shortened. Sounds like this. And for this other in between, it's like this vocal thing. And this vocal, just tune it to your song. And you want this volume LFO on it that slows down. And then for the last, not the last, the second to the last, the in between is basically just the dubstep toms. So like the tom fill. And then for the last in between, it's a tom fill and this descending RP thing. And then for the effects, it's just some white noise and impacts. Also for the build up thing, you want like your super saws to be drenched in reverb, and then they will slowly get louder. Same for your tremolo guitar, your tremolo electric guitar, along with this effects here. It goes like. Also adds a reverse kick if you want to make more whoop, to make a swoop into your drop. Alright, that's basically it. Now let's hear the drop all together.